Here we are in the wilderness, about to observe a rare sighting on a campsite. The elusive, affordable rooftop tent. There it is. Let's get a closer look at it.
Hey, 555ers, Andrew here. I am enjoying a beautiful fall day, and I'm here to show you something kind of fun that I recently put together. This is my rooftop tent. And we're gonna try that again. And this is my rooftop tent. There we go. This rooftop tent is different than a lot of other rooftop tent reviews that you might have seen because this rooftop tent is an Amazon special. I paid $850 for this tent and it was delivered to my house, paid for it myself. Whoa, dude. And I only paid $200 for the rack, and in this video I'll be explaining to you why I went the generic route instead of getting something fancy by one of the big companies out there, and why I'm really happy with this so far. So it seems to be that rooftop tent values are really good right now. Prices have come down, and as we walk through this tent you'll see it's a very high quality item. It served me very well for the kind of specific needs that I had that led me to go ahead and buy this tent. So let's get into it. All right, as you can see now, I've got the awning set up. Really simple system, which is two beautiful, nice poles here. And obviously you wouldn't set up a rooftop tent on the side of the road quite like this. You set it up nice and flat. And as I show you this Rationale tent, this Rationale outdoors tent, which is just a generic Amazon tent, I'm going to also show you some of the tips and tricks that I have that have helped me ensure that this thing is as comfortable as the extra investment that you are making in this tent should provide. So in other words, when you get one of these rooftop tents, the whole rationale for it is that it's going to be a lot more comfortable and convenient than a regular tent. And that has been my experience. My rationale, look at that old cool car. When I decided to get a rooftop tent, I had a very specific set of requirements. See, my son is an avid mountain biker. In fact, he's racing at MCA. He did a great job at state. Congratulations, Leo. I need to be able to transport bikes and also set up tents in the dark and quickly take them down so that we could get to pre-rides and race days. And so I didn't want to pay $300 a night for hotels. And that was going to quickly overshadow the cost of getting something different. And so I looked into rooftop tents. I've, of course, as a gear junkie, been aware of these tents for quite a while. When these clamshell tents initially came out, they were very expensive. You get Ironman 4x4 tents or iCampers, and they would be $5,000–6,000. And so it was clearly just a luxury item. So I've been delighted to see more recently that the prices have really come down on these if you buy them directly from sellers that are just importing them from China. And the truth is that the design of this tent seems to be excellent. So of course you're looking at, it's a clamshell aluminum or wedge style. It's really sturdy aluminum, really solid. The weight on this is 156 pounds. I'll put the size up. It's, as you can see, a little narrow for a full-size truck bed, which means that if I ever decide to get a Jeep or something someday, this will still work just fine. When you look at the material, this is just a dense, heavy, coated poly material that seems to be weather resistant. I haven't used this tent in heavy rain, but I have used it in light rain. It was just fine. It does come with a telescoping ladder, which I don't have with me just at the moment, but I will show you that in a little bit. And when you get inside the tent, it's very comfortable for two people. Let's take a look. So my goal with this tent was really to just get something extremely simple, because I think the longevity of these tents is going to be largely determined by lack of mechanical failures and lack of any other type of things that can go wrong. So this fabric is all completely contained with a nice sturdy rubber seal. As you can see in this design, which I really like, this is one of the selling factors for me, is the pistons that hold the tent inside are on the inside of the seal and not on the outside, which just means they're going to get exposed to much fewer elements, and the tent is tucked in further inside of the seal. Inside of this tent, it's very typical for what you would see in a tent this style. I'm going to zoom out, and as you can see, it's got some pockets on the top, pockets on the side. I've thrown in just some random bags in here. It does come with shoe bags. I don't understand the obsession with shoe bags in a lot of these tent reviews. Just use whatever random cheap bags you have for shoes anyway, because they're going to get filthy. As you can see, on a pretty gusty day, the awning is blowing around a bit. This rolls up to again just expose the inside of the tent. It does zip down. And the long and short of it is, this is quite a simple rooftop tent design. It doesn't pop out further. There are some tents that pop out further, and it doesn't come out the side. There are some tents that come out the side. What I wanted was just the simplest hardtop rooftop tent available for two reasons. A, first of all, I think that that's the design that's going to be most assuredly weather resistant. And then secondly, the other reason is because I think that it is going to be the easiest to store. That's the other factor of this style of tent that I really like. When you're talking about a fabric tent that is a soft top, I did look pretty seriously at some of the Smittybilt ones because you can get a larger tent for the same price or less than what you got this. And Smittybilt's a great brand. I like that brand. But the problem was ultimately that those tents are just going to get exposed to the elements more, just by nature of the design and the way that the tent is stored. So yeah, so I was pretty stoked to find this with a coupon on Amazon. It's currently listed for more than what it was selling for, but these prices seem to fluctuate a lot, and so my advice would be to just find a style of tent that you like and then look for a sale or a coupon that's applied on Amazon. And what have I found with this tent? Well, as I will show you in a second, it came with a very simple foam pad. It was like a 2-inch foam pad. We already had Exped mega mats that we used for camping, and so it was easy to throw a mega mat in there to make it super comfortable for two people. And this particular tent did come with an LED light that was on the side here. I don't know if you can see that, but basically we added our own lights that were a little bit mellower than the big LED light that came with it. It was a strip LED light. And aside from that, you know, really it was ready to use right away. We did add some other random little things here that you might see, like we added some string zipper helpers and some small things there. But what I would advise someone who's looking at one of these is focus on design and not on who's making it, because my research indicates that a lot of this is coming from some of the same manufacturing plants overseas. And so you're not getting a huge difference in build quality for the more popular brands. And the features you're getting are very diminishing returns depending on how you are selecting the style of tent. And so, for example, with the simple wedge style, you know, you can pay triple what I paid for this or more, and effectively have upgrades that you could make for under $100, and it would be the same exact tent. And one of the things that I intend to upgrade here is the mounting system, which is extremely simple, but these mounts do work fine for loading bikes, and they also work for a soft tonneau cover, which is what I like. The downside is that you do get a little bit of movement here. It doesn't seem to be anything more than just kind of suspension bounce, and so I haven't had any problems as far as this loosening up or changing at all. I do like to have a level. I'm just using this Milwaukee level, and then I also have just some I forget what those things are called, traction pads or whatever, to help even out the truck if I was on a campsite and it wasn't perfectly even. So all things considered, you know, the reason why I like the simple wedge style is both the sturdiness and the simplicity. It's been a very comfortable place to sleep for camping. It's been extremely convenient. Two people can take this down in 30 seconds easily. And what I found is my son Leo and I, the time from waking up to exiting our camping site was less than a half an hour. And so that means waking up, getting anything that we had inside of the tent that we might have left in there, such as another set of clothes, charging, electronic stuff, books, etc. We were able to empty that stuff out and pull this tent apart and be completely packed up and ready to go in no time. And so in practically the same amount of time it would take to clean up and check out of your hotel room, you can be on the go with this. So the long-term savings of this compared to renting a hotel when you're traveling for sports is pretty obvious. But the advantage of using this compared to a regular tent is really in the long-term time savings. I've been really happy with this so far. I plan on just storing it in my garage with that great rubber seal that's on it. I'm not worried that the long-term storage is going to be a problem, but to just be safe, I did put in a couple big bags of silica gel in underneath the foam mattress just to ensure that there's no condensation that happens. That seems to be the main thing to be concerned of when you're getting these tents, is just looking out for condensation, just because once you deal with mildew in these fabric tents, you're kind of SOL. It's going to be difficult to replace fabric on these unless you get it done locally. So other comments, things I want to mention: good quality zippers, good quality hardware. I think when you're getting one of these, you want to have a good lantern. I have a lantern that just attaches right here, hence the carabiner. And came with a really nice telescoping ladder with a nice bag. So that's worked out very well. Been happy with that. Like the awning is just fine. And I like the tan color too. One of the reasons why I picked this tan color over the black is just because I think it's gonna show dust a little bit less. And so far it's been very clean. And as you can see, the main challenge right now is just keeping the dang bugs off of it. We've got little ladybugs all over the place on this thing. All right, folks, if you made it this far, thanks so much for watching. If you'd like to hear more about the long-term use of this rooftop tent, please make sure to hit subscribe. And if you enjoy the outdoors and like gear, this channel might be for you. This is 555 Gear. Been doing gear reviews for over a decade. Would love it if you give this video a thumbs up, especially if you made it this far. Let me know what other questions you have about this tent, or in general about my approach to kind of, I guess what could be described as really light overlanding, and I'd be glad to chat with you more in the comments. Thanks so much for watching.